Hello class, in this video I'll be going over the midterm essay. Subjective of this essay is really to go reflection of the readings, and it's basically to illustrate whatever you want to bring into this paper. I'm not asking for too much, I'm not trying to go really heavy on it, but it's basically to give a reflection of where we at right now from week 1 to week 7. So this is a critical reflection, corporate engagement within the readings, lecture class, notes, and so forth, or quotes, or even anything that you want to bring into this. So for the purpose of this essay is really want you to reflect on it. I really want to hear your voice. I've done the readings. I know what the readings are about. So it's not a chapter review, but I want you to give me reflections of what the quotes are saying and where are you seeing it now, or what's your perspective of any of the anything in within the essay, right? So that's why I am adding guiding questions. I want you to necessarily answer them, but it's just to give you guidance into them, right? So that's why I give you 7 questions such as what does Latinx mean? What is it used instead of long term? Latino, Latina, Hispanic. How do race, ethnicity, nationality shape Latinx identity in the U.S.? How do we have historically events in the U.S. intervention and immigration policies shape Latinx migration patterns? What are some of the key terms, key differences in the migration experiences various from Latinx communities, such as Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Central American, and Dominican? How do immigration policies affect Latinx communities today? What are some of the major political issues affecting Latinx communities today? And how do Latinx communities engage activism and social change, right? So then basically in the readings that we have done 1 through week 7, how are you seeing that today? The simple answer is that, or even reflecting on the readings, how are you taking it in? What is your understanding and so forth, right? So these are just guiding questions. I'm not asking to answer all of them. You can tackle 2 and incorporate that, and so forth, right? So for the task, for this, so the midterm due date, I got to change it. I haven't changed it. It says March, but I'll change it. In additional, to this piece is 2 to 3 page, times the Roman. Essay must include 2 quotes. So that's what I'm asking for in terms of the textbook. Incorporate it. You can edit images and so forth if you want. Just make sure you're including your last name. In your paper, make sure you tell me who you are. Sometimes I have papers that obviously I know who you are, but make sure you're telling me the authors of the paper. In terms of citation, there's APA, MLA. In your module, I do give you some guidance, so you can look at what is MLA, what's APA, and so forth, depending on how you want to use it, right? So one of the requirements is address the guiding questions and so forth. APA, MLA style, 2 to 3 pages. Please make sure that at least full 2 pages, not 1.5. If it's 1.5, then I'm gonna take some points off. If it's just 1 page, then just know that you're filling the paper. This video is to give you an early stage, so you can look at the video, give me questions, and I'll tell more coming this week in terms of my availability and so forth. I'm asking for 2 quotes for the reading, double space, and works cited. So this is how I am grading the point system. So writing, how you having clarity of your thoughts, your own ideas, Grammarly, writing and so forth. One thing I do want to say is I know AI does exist. I have explained in my other videos. I know people are using Grammarly. If you use it, let me know, but I am going to go through everything, just double check that is in your own work. I know you can easily give the questions to the AI and I'll answer it for you in using the 2 chapters. So I know what it can be done with AI, right? But I really want to hear your thoughts within your own writing. Into the context, I'm giving 7 points. How you describing these things, how you demonstrating the concepts and so forth. 3 points, integration of references, how you adding the authors. And second is a format, right? Does it make sense? Is it 5 paragraphs? It's not really broken down. So all this is up to 20 points. And again, guiding questions. And if you have any questions, you can start emailing me now through Canvas, please. I know through my email, get so much emails from the school, but the easiest way to get through me is through Canvas. So this is basically just to give you a little bit of video showcase. What am I asking for in this essay? I'm not trying to make it too complicated, just simple 2 pages all the way through. Give me your ideas, your thoughts, and some of the, what are we reflecting on? What are we seeing in the climate of today, your neighborhood, and so forth, and how these readings shaping you from that, right? So let's use this. And then again, I'll give more date next week, my ability.